myself back to happy.
So did they treat you all right?
Oh, yeah.
I was just watching prison documentaries and I was afraid for you.
Yeah, it was that was a fucking pathetic wake-up call.
For you? Or for the court?
Yeah. For me. That place got quite pathetic since last time I was there.
Oh, you were in that prison before?
Yeah, it's the same one that I was in before.
Oh, okay. Like what, the conditions were bad?
Or what?
The conditions were bad?
No, just the people were ignorant. It's terrible.
Like what? People are ignorant, like the guards or the inmates?
The inmates. A lot of the inmates just ignorant.
I heard it was like racist and stuff. Is that what you mean?
There is a lot of racism there.
Like segregation?
No, they didn't have segregation.
No, I mean they segregate them, like they all hang out together and separate themselves by race.
No. They talk about it a lot.
Oh.
It's like mostly the black people that talk about it. It's like, are you kidding me? The rest of us don't even mention that. But it's like the black people are the ones that constantly talk about it. And it's like, jeez, I get so tired of hearing that. Christ, none of the white people are saying anything racist at all. The black people are, it's like it's engraved in their brains. I can understand them being upset because of what happened in the past, but Christ, I was in the past. It's not our generation that did that.
Yeah, don't treat you like you're a slave owner.
Yeah. When I was in the room I was in when I first got in the room, there was me and there was 10 Mexicans and one Venezuelan.
Whoa.
I loved it.
That's great.
That room was so awesome. I loved it. Then they're shipping the Mexicans out to Michigan because to be deported. I learned a lot more Spanish.
Oh, great.
I'm not fluent in it. I'm far from fluent in it.
No, I'm not going to start running Spanish off to you. I just think that's cool.
Thank you. Yeah, my bunkie, the bunkie I had first, he had a hard time with English, so with me there, he was able to learn a lot more English because I'd help him say the words. It was so funny to watch him try to pronounce the SH, the F's, and the THs.
Jeez.
Oh, it's so funny. Then there's a Venezuelan, he's right next to me. He wanted to marry my sister.
Oh my God!
I said, "You never even seen my sister." He didn't care.
Why did he want to marry her? How did you describe her to him?
I don't know. He was just funny. He was already married.
Oh, okay.
And I told him that. I said, "You're already married." He says, "I don't care. I want to marry your sister too."
Aww.
I was like, wow.
Maybe so he wouldn't get deported.
Yeah, maybe. He was really funny. I had a really good time with him. Yeah. I remember him for probably forever. And then the next bunkie that I had, the next bunkmate that I had, he was Mexican, but he was actually a U.S. citizen. He has a house in North Carolina. But he died while I was there.
No.
Only I weren't right in the room when he died, though. When I got up, he was breathing and he was fine. He was sleeping, and it was probably like 5:30 in the morning. I got up to had my own meal, my coffee, and went down to the TV room and watched the news and stuff. And then I could see a couple of the guys go by a couple of times, and I didn't think anything of it because they always go by and everything. But
yeah.
Then it was around probably about 7:15. I went back up to the room, and I see a plastic bag in front of my locker, and I see that his bed was empty and looked like he had pissed the bed. And
dang.
Another one of the Mexicans in there was explaining to another Mexican in Spanish what had happened, and I couldn't catch everything that he was saying. But there was another guy out in the hall that was a black guy. He spoke English. He told me, he said, "Your bunkie died."
Damn.
I said, "What?" He told me, he said, "Your bunkie died." I said, "No way! You could be kidding." Well, he was 58 years old, and he had a bad heart, and he had diabetes. He hadn't been down to. They were supposed to go down at 7 o'clock to take their insulin, and he didn't show up. So they called back to the dorm and had the runner go up and check on him, wake him up. When he went to wake him up, he didn't wake up. So the guy grabbed his hand and he shook his hand and he said, "Sam, you got to wake up." Then he let his hand go and his whole arm just fell right down.
Yeah.
So he went over and woke up the other Mexican that was in there, and he said he's not waking up. So the other Mexican got up and he went over and shook him and said, "Hey, Sam, you got to wake up." And there was no response, so he put his hand in front of his nose, and because he couldn't see his stomach going up and down, he put his hand in front of his nose and he couldn't feel anything. He was like, "Oh no." So they had to run down and call the medical over there. So the medical went over and they tried to revive him, but they couldn't get him to revive. So he died. So that was a trip.
That's crazy.
It was. Well, he was breathing at 5:30. He was breathing. But the other guy there, he said that he heard him making some funny noises. He thought it was me, and he looked up and saw that I was in bed, and he figured, well, it must be Sam snoring. So then he lay back down, went back to sleep, not thinking anything of it. I guess he had a heart attack or something.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it was too bad, 'cause he was a fairly decent guy. He was quiet and kept to himself, and just pretty much, he had a lot of friends that was there, but he spent most of his time in the room with people in the room that he liked the most, which I was one of them. He wanted me to be his bunkmate.
Yeah.
So that was a little messed up.
How did you get home when you were released?
Buffalo.
Really? Cool.
Yeah. I'm surprised that they didn't have me take the bus.
Yeah, that's surprising.
I don't like flying, so that was took an hour and a half to get home to fly. So the whole time I was holding on for dear life, trying to think of anything else except for being up thousands of feet in the air.
Jeez. Yeah, after what happened with Kobe, huh?
Kobe Bryant.